Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Leorah and I help individuals like yourself to discover and reveal their light within. That's exactly where this week's energy is. It's about discovering and revealing our true purpose, what belongs to us in this world. It's about manifesting and all of our dreams, all of our wishes, all of our blessings that we're wanting in our life. It's about manifesting that, and it's about increasing our certainty to know what belongs to us will always come to us. So it's a little bit, I think in the manifestation world, we think we have to do something. We have to decide something and, let's not make a mistake, make the wrong decision. We think we have control in some way. And I'm here to tell you, you already decided everything that belongs to you, from your soulmate, the job you're supposed to be doing, the amount of money you're supposed to be having, the blessings, the house, the car, it all is already there. It all already belongs to you. We are not doing anything to make things happen. We're simply aligning ourselves with the energy of that thing or that person that we are longing for. And so it's kind of comforting because you realize that you can't lose anything because it's already yours. It's kind of like the things that we are desiring are behind a curtain. They're already belonging to us. They're already set aside for us. They're already there, but it's behind a curtain. And so the question is, how do I pull back the curtain? And it makes it so much easier if you visualize it as you're sitting in the middle of all these curtains around you. And behind every curtain is a blessing, is a desire, a soul level desire that you have. The love of your life is standing behind that curtain. The job that you want is standing behind that curtain. Everything is behind those curtains. So we don't have to try to make things happen. We don't have to deserve things because they already belong to us. It's kind of like a trust fund. Lots and lots of trust funds are around us, and we just have to figure out, how do I open the trust fund? It's there for me, it's there for you, but how do I access it? So it's more about accessing it. And so how do we pull back those curtains? First of all, we have to realize that nothing that is destined for you, you can't do anything to make it not happen. It's destined for you. And so we have to basically come into the energy of that thing we're longing for. What does that mean? That sounds so, it's so unmaterial. We can't really do anything with that. What does that mean? It means we come into the energy that we feel, our feeling. We use our feelings. How often does our ego take our feelings and pervert them and use them in a negative way? Well, with our consciousness, we take our feelings and we use them in a positive way to serve us. So when I have a feeling of a desire, I have a desire for my soulmate. Then I close my eyes, I put my hands on my heart, and I start to feel, what does it feel like to already have my soulmate at my side? What are we doing together? What are we experiencing? What is changing in my life? And I already live into this feeling, into this state of being. Basically, we put ourselves in the state of being as if it already is. And we stick to that. We don't let the outside, let the material world, this illusion, we don't allow it to dictate how we feel. We decide how we feel every step of the way. We know that our blessings belong to us, and we have to get into that certainty. We have to increase our certainty, and our certainty can only be increased when everything around us looks like the opposite of what we're trying to manifest. It's not in the good times where everything you want, you have, and that's where your certainty increases. It's not in that time. It's in the times where you are In the 1%, in the illusion world, it looks like nothing is working out your way. It looks like nothing is leading you, but more like hindering you to achieve those things you want to achieve. That is when you turn on certainty. That's when you increase your certainty. That's when you increase your character. That is when you increase your vessel in order to take in that light that you are desiring. It is in the difficult times, in the challenges. And so if we change our perspective and we start to rejoice, we start to look forward to the challenging times, knowing that now I'm building my character. Now I'm toughening up on the inside. I'm becoming resilient. I'm getting perseverance. I am increasing my capacity to know that I know without a shadow of a doubt, everything happens for me. Nothing happens to me. Everything in this world is here to transform me and to propel me into my true essence. And if we know that, it's a muscle you have to build, and it can only be built in the challenging times. And so if we change our perspective and we ask, we don't go into victim modus and say like, why me? And why is this happening? But we ask, we change our perspective and we choose to enjoy. This is our free will. We choose to enjoy the challenging times because we know it's building our character. We know it's building depth within ourselves. And that's what we need in order to achieve that goal. It's nothing about what we do on the outside. It's about how we react to what's going on the outside. It's not about manipulating and controlling anything outside of ourselves. It's about controlling the feelings within ourselves in the situation. It's about controlling our thoughts within the situation. It is about controlling ourselves, not controlling other people. We are never, ever, ever subjected to what another person does or says. Nobody has control over you. Only if you give them control over you. If you believe they have control over you, then they will have control over you. But we have to take that back and we have to say, no, I am controlling my own life. I am putting myself in a position, in this challenging situation, and I have chosen it myself. And it is here in order for me to grow, in order for me to persevere, in order for me to build that character, that character trait that I need in order to be a vessel to receive the light, to receive the desires of my heart, to receive those blessings, to pull back that curtain. The challenging times when we persevere, when we choose our mindset, when we choose our feelings, when we choose our perspective, that is how we pull back that curtain. And that is how the blessing that we are longing for is revealed. And then that soulmate comes in, that job that that income and that job that we're longing for comes in, that house comes in, that car, that everything in the material starts to flow to us because we're pulling back that curtain through our mindset, through our perseverance, through our absolute certainty that everything that belongs to me, I will receive. And we have to be careful because there's always the phase where it looks like everything's falling apart. It looks like everything's going in that direct opposite way of what we're wanting and what we're longing for. That phase is going to be there. I'm giving you guys a heads up. That phase will come. And it is in that phase, right then, where it looks like everything around you is going the opposite direction of what you're wanting. In that phase is where you build your character, where you build your perseverance. That's where you build that depth in your true essence. That's where you reveal the light in that situation. You choose your perspective every step of the way. You choose your mindset every step of the way. You choose your feelings every step of the way. I'm not saying ignore those feelings that are coming up when it's fear coming up, when it's fear of abandonment. You have the impulse to want to control something, control the person, control the situation. You're getting needy. Those feelings need to come up. They need to be revealed, and you see them, you look at them, you're like, okay. But feelings have nothing to do with the truth. You have got to know that feelings are indicators. They are not the truth. So when that feeling of neediness comes up, then you need to sit back and say, okay, I see this fear, I see this neediness, but truth is, I'm not needy. Truth is, I have everything. Everything. And then you go into your certainty. You go into talking yourself up. You go into saying, I know with certainty that everything that belongs to me will come to me. I know with certainty that that perfect person that's going to go with me and be on my side and have a loving relationship, and a relationship which we grow together, which we transform together. You start talking yourself up. You start building your vessel. That's what it means to build a vessel. You start to choose your thoughts, you choose your perspective, and you choose your feelings. We don't ignore what comes up in our first reactive initial impulse there with our thoughts, our feelings, and we have to take that into consideration. But we know from that point we get to choose. And so we are going to this week, and this is a trait that you don't just take this week, but you incorporate, you embody with this week's energy, but you take it into the entire year, take it into your entire life, okay? So we want to know with certainty that everything that is supposed to happen, everything that is supposed to come to us, everything that belongs to us is there, and we have it. And we exercise this certainty by going into our imagination, by going into our feelings. The past, the future, time and space do not exist. Everything is already there. You already have everything. And so you are putting yourself in that perspective. I already own everything. I already have everything. All my heart's desires are met. The Creator meets all my heart's desires before an utterance leaves my lips. That is one of my favorite affirmations. And it's true. I have people all around me coming in and giving me things and fulfilling things for me where I'm like, wow, I didn't even tell them I wanted that. But that's because my affirmation is that the Creator meets all of my heart's desires and meets all of my needs before an utterance leaves my lips. And so the Creator knows our heart's desires. The Creator rejoices in fulfilling our desires. And that's the second point. Second point is we have to be thankful. We have to be thankful for where we're at and what we have, and just be thankful when things open up, when that curtain pulls back and you see that blessing, you receive that blessing. Be thankful. Never, ever, ever, ever take anything for granted. If you take something for granted, you will start to lose it. Always have thankfulness, no matter what you are, what kind of situation you are. See the light in everything. Teach yourself. It's a muscle you've got to train. Teach yourself to see the light in every situation. There is always light in everything. Find the light and focus on that and be thankful for that. And don't take things for granted. Be thankful. And then when that curtain opens up and that blessing comes to you, you have to ask yourself, why? Why did I receive this blessing? We always receive from creation, from the Creator, we always receive in order to share. What am I supposed to do with this blessing? I'm thankful I got this blessing now. I'm thankful I have this. Now, how do I share? How do I bring this light, not just keep it all for myself, but how do I bring it into the world? How? Why? Why did I get this blessing? What am I supposed to do with this blessing? Okay, we have to ask that question. What am I supposed to do with this? Sorry. What am I supposed to do with this blessing? How do I share this blessing to the world? Why was I given it? Why was I chosen? And that's where deep thankfulness, deep gratitude comes in. Everything you want is there. We always have to make sure we're never putting people in the position of the Creator, that we're never putting situations in the position of the Creator. Your source, my source, our source is always the Creator. Nothing and nobody is allowed to be above that. You're going for an interview. It is not this person that is going to decide whether you get the job or not. The Creator decides. You go on a date. It is not this person, if they're going to like you or not like you, that decides whether you guys are going to go into a relationship. It is the Creator who decides that. And not only the Creator, it is you and the Creator, you and your higher self, that have planned everything. that have put everything in motion before you even came into this world. And that's the thing, is we are co-creators. We decided with the Creator himself, we decided what people we're going to draw into our life, what contracts we're going to have with what people, what children we're going to have, what relationships we're going to have, what jobs we're going to have. It was already all decided. So our job now is just to reveal it. Our job is to reveal it. And we will be tested. And during these testing times, we have to stay in absolute certainty. We have to choose every step of the way. How am I going to act? What am I going to do in this situation? Am I going to fall into despair? Am I going to fall into neediness? I need this job. I need this person to hire me. This person has absolutely no authority over you. This person is playing a role that this person is supposed to play. And it doesn't matter. I mean, the Creator himself can give this person a dream. They could decide with their logical mind, that person's not for me. I'm not going to hire them. And then that night they have a dream, and you come in their dream and you appear, and then it becomes very apparent to them, oh my gosh, I have to hire that person. I have to hire her. I have to hire him. Okay, there is so much more going on in behind the scenes than we could even imagine. So we have to have this sense of certainty, this sense of certainty that we know that we know that we know. Doesn't matter what the situation looks like, doesn't matter what the person said, doesn't matter how bad it looks. This is the time where we get to choose, and this is the breaking point. When you're at the breaking point, just like when a woman is giving birth to a baby, right before the baby is born, you think you're going to die. You think you cannot handle it. You think you're going to just explode. The pain is so intense. The experience is so intense, but there's no turning back. You've got to go through. And then you have the miracle in your arms. And that's what I'm talking about. Do not let the situation, do not let the people around you, do not be influenced by any of that, because it means nothing. It is there to test you, to test your resilience. It is there to test your perspective. It is there to test your mindset. It is there to see if you're going to break, if you're going to bow down to that person, to that situation, or if you're going to stay in faith, if you're going to increase your certainty. And that is what this week's energy is asking you to do. Increase your certainty. You have to grab onto it and know without a shadow of a doubt that everything that is supposed to come to you is going to come to you. It belongs to you. Nobody else can take it. Nobody else can do anything with it. At the most, they can watch it for a little while and have it in their possession for a little while until you get to a point where you're ready to pull back that curtain. As soon as you're ready to pull back that curtain, I don't care if it's a love relationship. I don't care if it's a job. I don't care if it's money. I don't care if it's a car, if it's a house, whatever it is, it has to be given to you in that moment. It has to be set free in that moment that you are ready to receive it, because it's rightfully yours and you are the rightful owner of it, period. You have got to know this. You have got to integrate it into every fiber of your being. Know that you know that you know it belongs to you, and there's nothing, no army on this earth, no power in this earth can hold it from you, because it is rightfully yours. And that's why we don't need to be needy. Also, if you're in a relationship and you realize this person, I have the revelation, this person is supposed to be my spouse. And the person doesn't know that themselves. And they're pulling back and they're running away and they're not sure. Let go. You have to let go. You have got to let go. Creator, I know that you want me to be in a loving relationship. This person doesn't know that yet. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I know that you've already shown me this is the person I'm supposed to be with, but you know what? I'm going to let go because I don't really need it. I have everything I need. I have everything I desire. I already have it. I already possess it. It doesn't matter. I don't need that person. I don't need that job. You have got to let go. You have to hold both polarity at the same time, duality. You have to hold the duality at the same time. You have to, on one side, be desiring it, and on the other side, say, I already have it. It's already mine. I don't care. Even if it's not in this 1%, I know it. I have it within me. I could feel it. I feel that relationship. I feel that job. I feel that income, that money, that energy coming into me. I feel my power. I feel my purpose in this life that I'm waking up every morning fulfilling. I feel it. I am it. I embody it. Get to the point that you embody it, and then that curtain will pull back, and there's nothing that can hold that back from you, because it belongs to you. From the beginning of time, it was assigned to you. It is yours. There's no room for neediness, no need for neediness. There is no need to grasp after things. There's no need to be afraid. There is no need to second guess. What's yours is yours, and it will come to you. It will come to you when you are ready. Not a second later, not a second too soon. Let's end with affirmation. Thank you, Creator. Thank you for this week's energy. Thank you that everything that we desire, that we long for, our soul's desires, it's just, everything's already there. Everything's already ours. And because time and space do not exist, I can put myself with my feelings, with my imagination. I could set myself in that situation, in that life that I long for, and already feel it and already get excited about it, knowing that it is there and it is mine. And I'm willing to go through the challenges. I'm willing to persevere. I'm willing to increase my vessel in order to pull back that curtain and receive all the blessings that have been assigned to me, all the blessings that belong to me from the beginning of time. And I thank you. I have absolute certainty that nothing can hold it back, and that everything is already there. And I just let go of it all because I already have it all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys have a magical, wonderful, and powerful week.